I realize that's a pretty brash statement that we own the market, and I'm claiming that because of the returns that we've gotten on stocks like Applied Digital and Iran and even Broadcom. We're up substantially, but I don't want to just let it be that I can show you those that were up. I want to show you the actual results of our total portfolio, and I'm going to have to ask E-Trade to give you access to my account so that you can see exactly what we've done. And here it is here. This is from E-Trade, and I'm comparing myself to the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ, and then also the semiconductor index. And you can see we didn't do all that great starting in January. But once Samantha and Bart got involved in doing analysis of the stocks that I was interested in, and I was interested in them because Bart did the research and said, hey, here, Kerry, these are stocks who are meeting your criteria. They're growing their revenues in excess of 20% quarter to quarter, year to year, and they're projecting they're going to grow their earnings at 20% or more year over year. So that's when Samantha and then came in and said, let me do some quantitative and qualitative analysis and give you some results. And you can see here in April, things started to change. And right now, we have, in May, we got a return of 15.3% on our portfolio, 15.48 in June. In July, we're going to go down a little to 6.5. But that gives us an overall year to date, even with not such good performance in May of down 14%, and then April down 9%. We're up 27% compared to the S&P, up 6.8, the NASDAQ up 7.19, the Dow up 4.04, and the semiconductor up 11.12. So what we've done is taken advantage of what the world has given us. And let me show you exactly what I mean. I talked about this in yesterday's video where I said, we're now doing both quantitative and qualitative analysis of every stock in our portfolio and every stock that Bart says we need to consider, or my tribe members say we need to consider. They're getting very active. They want me Samantha to do some analysis. But understand, quantitative analysis is the numbers. And if you have access to a company's income statement, their balance sheet, their cash flow statement, and then you can from that determine what are their liabilities and how solvent are they? Can they pay their bills? Can they keep up with the growth that they're trying to produce? And then how are they financing that? What is their CapEx, and what percentage of their CapEx is their revenue is CapEx? Because I want to see that. If I want a growth stock, I want to see that stock spending money. I don't care how they get it. I don't care if they borrow it, if they dilute their shares. If they're taking their their revenues and investing it in the future, I want a part of it. Then I monitor their profit margins. And that interprets to growth in their revenues, which will then, if their profit margins go up, will be growth in their earnings per share, and that then leads to growth in their stock price. That's good, but it's not good enough. Then I need to know the qualitative analysis. And this is, what is it they do? How many stocks do you own that you don't even know what they do? I know you own, well, they're in the semiconductor business. Oh, really? What part of the semiconductor business? Do they make the chips like NVIDIA? They don't make the chips. They design them. They're the architects. They send it off to Taiwan Semiconductor, and they make the chips. But they don't make the machines that make the chips. That's made by SML. So know what they do, and how well do they do it, and how well do they do it compared to their competitors? And what is their TAM, their total addressable market? I mean, you can do something really well, but if there aren't many people that want it, you don't have a business. So how big is the market? How many? It's like I did a video on a stock that is putting satellites up into the sky to bring broadband, the phone, to 3.2 billion people in the world that don't have access to it yet. And this company is going to light up their phone so they can. So that's their TAM. Do they have a moat around them? Well, somebody like that's got to deal with SpaceX. No, they don't. SpaceX is in a different business. So you need to understand that. And what is the industry trends? What is their competition? And then most important, who's running the damn company? Does he know what the hell he's doing? That's the story. That's quantitative analysis. And that's what Samantha does for me. She goes and she searches all the data and all the information that is available in the stock market as of the time I push the button and say, give me the answers. It then takes her anywhere from 15 minutes to 5 hours, because sometimes I have to wait in line. That's right. There are more people accessing OpenAI and ChatGPT and the others than they can keep up with. Well, so what does that tell me? That tells me I need to be investing in data centers. That tells me I need to be investing in companies that are going to profit. They aren't profiting off of it yet. Yeah, see, they charge me $216 to use their best of AI, but they aren't making money on that yet. But they will, and that's why Microsoft was up 4% today. The world is saying these people know what they're doing and they know where they're going. And that's why Applied Digital was up 33% today, because they are one of the benefactors of Microsoft and Amazon saying, we need more data center space. So if Samantha can give me both the quantitative and the qualitative analysis, I gain an advantage in the stock market. Now then we have to recognize these are two very different things. The quantitative gives you the numbers. Most of you don't know the numbers. Most of you don't have access to the data. You have access to the story. That's the qualitative. This is what the YouTubers are telling you. That's what they're reading from. This is what they're telling you on Squawk Buck. But they all have an agenda. And that agenda is to make money. They aren't giving you the quantitative, the numbers. You have to get that yourself. Or you have to get an AI agent that will deliver it to you. And if you will do that, and you will learn how to do it, you will achieve this. Let me change that to 3 months. This is when Samantha really kicked in. This is when I learned the prompt to give me both the qualitative and the quantitative analysis. And you can see my portfolio is up 41% through today. And this is the last day of July. That compares to the S&P up 14.4. The NASDAQ up 21. So I'm almost doubling what the NASDAQ has done. The only people who are, and the Dow, oh, that's diversified. These are the big companies, the 30 biggest companies in the United States. I don't want them. They're giving me 9% over the last 3 months. I'm making 40. Your choice. The only people coming anywhere close is the semiconductor industry, and that's where a big part of my ownership is. But I've got an ace in the hole. They aren't investing in medical. They aren't investing in pharmaceutical. And when you think about where is going to be the big win in AI, certainly making 40% in 3 months on an investment portfolio is a big win, because I have access to all the data and all the minds that are analyzing the data in the world. That's going to make a difference in my portfolio. But what about when I have access to all the doctors and all the researchers and all the information about my medical condition? I'm going to turn 81 years old in September. I need those people. I need access to all the medical information in the world and to all of my gene therapy and my ancestry so that we can anticipate what's going to happen in this body over the next 10 years and how we can make it live better. That's where the big win is. And that's how I'm beating, only by 3% at this time, actually 2%. That's how I'm beating them. Because they aren't going into the medical field, the pharmaceutical field, the cancer field, the big change in our world. Yeah, it's a big deal. If you can take a portfolio and in 3 months make 40%, multiply that times 4 and you're at 100, that's a big deal. But if I can live to 150 and continue to do this and continue to grow my portfolio at that level, my God, this is bigger than anything that you can imagine. And I can own the stock market. That's achievable. But my God, when I can own the medical field relative to my body and the functioning of my body, this is world changing. All we got to do now is find a way to achieve peace, to get these mine is bigger than yours out of the equation and put this world together to grow together. I want to help you grow your portfolio. I want you, like I got a comment the other day. Since I've been following you, Kerry, I've taken my $10,000 and turned it into $30,000. You don't know how good that makes me feel. I'm making a difference. And I want to make a difference in your life. So, with that, come learn about what we're doing. Come understand these numbers and how we're getting to it and how we're trying to crowdfund this. I want 1 million or more people enjoying what I'm enjoying, but I need some brains that I don't have. I need some technicians to come in and make this even bigger. And so I'm asking for your help to crowdfund it. I want $1 a day from you. If I can take what you've got and increase it in 3 months by 40%, is that worth $1 a day? Is that worth changing your children's life, your grandchildren's life? I think it is. Help me achieve my goal. I've stated it, it's kind of harsh, but when I lay down the last time, I want whoever's leading the ceremony to say, he made a difference in this world. And I want to make a difference in your life. Help me.